session and try to absorb ourselves in the process of Bhakti Yoga. Before we start, would everyone like to share what inspires you most in Bhakti Yoga, or what element of Bhakti Yoga you like the most? I may have asked this before also, but I want to hear again, because priorities may change, things may change. Like, what do you like the most? Like kirtan, going to holy places, or prasadam, or chanting, or reading books, or serving in the temple, or doing some physical service. Everyone wants to share, type in or speak up so we all get to know each other better. Is my question clear? Bhakti has so many different elements, right? What do you like the most? Kirtan classes, dancing in the kirtan, or making some flower garlands for Krishna, doing some cooking for Krishna. Kirtan, beyond to saying kirtan, okay. Wow, everyone likes kirtan. It's amazing. Very nice. So you all like kirtan. Amazing. What about Vinita? You like to do kirtan, or you like to participate? Or all of you almost said kirtan. You like to do yourself, or like play instruments, or what? More precise, more specific in kirtan, what do you like? Chant with others. Vinita likes doing services. Wonderful. Dancing. Okay. Hearing the music. Okay. Wonderful. Amazing. So kirtan. Who knows the meaning of the word kirtan? What does kirtan mean? Anyone? What does kirtan mean? What is the root word? Raise your hand if you know. Beyonto is Googling, huh?
I won't say it though. I won't say it.
Yeah, don't Google all the time. If you Google for everything, then we stop.
It doesn't really make sense to me anymore though.
Yes, Vaidehi.
Like Kirti?
Okay, and what does that mean?
I don't know.
That means glories. Like Kirtiman, right? Kirti. The word Kirti means glories, or to glorify. Kirtan means to glorify Krishna, right? What are we doing in the Kirtan? We are remembering Krishna, we are glorifying. And Kirtan can be of three types: Nama, Rupa, and Guna. What does Nama mean? Nama Kirtan, glorifying the names of the Lord. Like someone is chanting, Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai. It has different names of Krishna, right? Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha. So many names of Krishna. That's also Kirtan, right? Rupa. What does Rupa mean? Rupa Kirtan. Can anyone sing a verse which talks about Rupa Kirtan? What does Rupa mean? Okay. Form. Yes. Form, features, body, right? So glorifying the form of the Lord. Jaladhara Shashivarnao, right? Isn't it glorifying the form of the Lord? Gopavesha Kishoro Sahachara Gana Vrindai. It's glorifying the form, right? how Krishna looks, how Krishna's complexion is, etc. And Leela. Leela is pastimes, right? The different pastimes he does. So now chanting is also kirtan in one way. So now we'll do Nama Kirtan, right? Since all of you love kirtan, we'll do one round of Hare Krishna mantra, japa, japa, and then we are going to talk about Bhagavad Gita. Is that okay? Those who are able to, please turn your cameras and turn your microphones. We'll chant together. And if due to certain reason you can't, that's fine. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashara Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare. Everyone, please use your japa mala and chant together. Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Ram.
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram.
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktarinda Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatarine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim YatkripatamahamVande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramahananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Namaste Girirajaya Govardhana Namine Ashesha Klesha Nashaya Paramananda Dayine. Hare Krishna, thank you so much, dear friends, for joining. I see Karina also joined. Thank you. Who has memorized the Govardhan verse? Anyone? You did last time only, most of you. So intelligent. Yes, Vidhi, please tell.
Hare Krishna.
Namaste.
Okay. Namaste Girirajaya Shri Govardhana Namine Ashesha Klesha Nashaya Paramananda Daine.
Wonderful. Anyone else also has memorized this? Why? Give me a good reason that you didn't get 10 minutes in the last 1 week. Any good reasons? You almost did half of it in the class, right? Or more than like half. We spent good time. So it shows me that you didn't open it again in the week. Is that correct? How is it correct? It's okay to be honest, right? Please do it, okay? Please do it. It will help. And it takes only 5 minutes. It doesn't take a lot, right? Even if you spend 1 minute every day, just to think about it, just to read it, it won't be hard. Okay? So it's okay. I know you all have things and work, school, projects, deadlines, you all have. So the Kartik month just ended a few days back or yesterday, day before. And now we have the very, very special occasion coming, as you know. The Bhagavad Gita Jayanti is coming, right? In almost a few weeks' time. And as you all know that it's very, very special for us because Bhagavad Gita is one of the main scriptures, right? Which is spoken by the Lord himself. Lord Krishna gave it, this Bhagavad Gita, the words from his lotus mouth. Where does the Charanamrit come from? Charan Amrit. Yes, Vidhi?
From his feet.
From his feet.
Krishna's
The
feet.
word Charan means feet. Abhay Charana, right? Prabhupada's name, childhood name. AC. AC Bhaktivedanta, we say that AC means what? Abhay Charana. Okay. There's a beautiful TV series also. I know many of you like to watch TV series. You can watch the Abhay Charan series, right? How many of you have seen that? Maybe you can add that in your bucket list in your maybe winter break or whenever you get chance, whenever you feel, oh, I need to watch TV. Okay, I'll watch Abhay Charan. How many of you like to watch TV? Raise your hand, right? Or Netflix or YouTube, or how many of you you feel you have room for improvement, your time gets wasted there in non-productive things, right? Right? We all know that. So you can watch Abhay Charan. I can assure you, you'll feel happy, you'll feel entertained, you'll feel educated, because that's not a fiction, it's a real story of Srila Prabhupada right from the birth. Okay, so that was what we were talking, Abhay Charan. How did we get there? Yes, Vinita, how did we get there?
We were talking about Gita Jayanti.
Gita Jayanti, yes. So Gita Jayanti is very, very special. Many of you have memorized different verses. Okay, 25, 50, 75, 108. How many of you have done 108? Anyone? 75? Raise your hand. Who are 75? 1, 2. 3. Okay, 50. 450. So 75 includes 50. So now you can raise 50. Okay, 25. 425. You want to? You did, right? A third? You want to?
What? I wasn't here last week.
You memorized 25 verses of
Oh
Gita?
no. Oh no.
How many you did last time?
I don't remember.
Okay. Lakshay, a third? How many you did? Karina? You can type in 50. Okay. Okay, good. So 25, I think most of you have done. I know Kabir joined just a few weeks back. So my dear friends, please revise them and try to add them. Add, let's say we were 75, try to get to 100. If you're at 50, try to get to 75. Try to get to the next level. Okay, so we will recite the 25 verses of the Bhagavad Gita, which are the 25 most important verses. You all should have this. If you don't have it, we will provide you the access, the PDF. Okay, so how many of you would like to read today these verses which are on your screen? Raise your hand, and based on that, I'll allot. Okay. Others, okay. So we'll start with the, remember your order, okay? Remember your order, like, so we'll do 4 each, okay? Like 4. If something is combined, you can do the combine. So 4, okay? So the first 4, next 4, next 4, like that. So we'll start with Vinita, then Vedahi, Mishti, Ethereal, and Lakshay. Okay, let's start in this order. Got it? Let's do it.
Hare Krishna. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmashetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Kurvata Sanjaya. Should we read the translation too or just the verse?
Just the verse is okay for now. I can do the numbers also. So the numbers also, like 1.1, there's 2.7.
2.7 Karpanyadosho Subhava Prichami Tvam Dharm Samudachita Yakshayasha Nishtitam Bruhi Tanme Shishyaste Hamshadhimam Tvam Prapannam. 2.13 Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara prapte dhirastattra namuhyati. 2.14 Matra spashastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha agama paino nityastam satiksha swabharata.
Very good. Before Vedi starts, everyone please try to read, okay? One is leading, but everyone, it's not just for that person. We're all trying to remember and read, but just one is in the unmute mode. Okay, Vedi, please continue.
2.40 Neha Bikrama Nashosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Swalpamapyasya dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. 3.27 Prakriti Kriyamanani Gune Karmani Sarvasha Ahankara Vimudatma Kartaham iti manyate. 4.7 Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyutthana dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. 4.8 Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya ch duskritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge.
4.34 Salvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina sattvadarshinaha. 5.18 Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane kavihastini shuni chaiva shapakye cha pandita samadarshana. 7.7 Matta parataram nanyat kinchedasti dhananjaya Maya sarvamidam protram sutre maniganaiva. 7.14 Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Mayam Etam Tarantite Antakale च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं य प्रयाति समुद्भवं याति नास्ति यत्र संशयः यं यं वापि स्मरं भावं त्यजति अन्ते कलेवरं तं तं एवाति कौन्तेय सदा तद्भावभावितः राजविद्या राजगुह्यं पवित्रमिदमुत्तमं प्रत्यक्षावगमं धर्म्यं सुसुखं कर्तुमव्ययम् अवजानान्ति मामूढा मनुष्यं तनुमाश्रिता परं भावमजानन्तो मम भूतामहेश्वरम्
पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्या उपार्थम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः अहं सर्वस्य प्राभवो माता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मात्वा भजन्ते मां मूढभावसमन्विता मच्चित्तमद्घातप्राणा बोधयन्तः परस्परं काटयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतं प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन माम् उपयन्ति ते
10.11 तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमा नश्यामि आत्मभावस्तो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता 15.15 सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो माता स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् 18.55 भक्त्या मामभिजानाति यावन्यश्चास्मि तत्त्वता ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा विशते तदनन्तरम्
18.65 मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैश्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोषि मे 18.66 सर्वधर्मा परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुच हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much for so nicely reciting the Bhagavad Gita. So, Bhagavad Gita is very, very important. How many of you agree with that? Okay. How many of you have read Bhagavad Gita? Like full? Cover to cover? You have read? How many of you read full? Okay, how many of you read like over 50%? Okay, good. Okay, how many of you feel you know something about Bhagavad Gita by hearing classes or, okay, very good. So how many of you feel Bhagavad Gita has helped you in some way? Has Bhagavad Gita helped you some way? Okay, that means we can also say that Bhagavad Gita played an important role in some aspect. And I see Navya also joined. Haribol, Navya, thank you for joining. So I believe all of you feel that. So now I would like to hear from you. The question is more or less similar. How Bhagavad Gita impacted you, or why you feel Gita is important, or how Bhagavad Gita played a vital role in your life, right? So maybe share some incident or share how it helped, and maybe connect it where what you learned from Gita and how it helped you. Like, okay, you learned this thing in this verse, or you heard in someone's class or something. So think for a moment. Most of you raised your hand that Gita played a vital role or an important role in some aspect of your life. So I would like to know what was that? How is or we're trying to kind of summarize the importance of Gita in our lives, especially for students, youth, young generation. So raise your hand, and everyone, should be able to share something. Beyond to, and then Vedi, yeah, and I will
Um,
note down the points.
when I'm not like prepared for a test, sometimes I can think that Krishna will always be there to help me even when I'm like not ready, and he'll always be there like to carry me. And so like I just try my best and like hope that Krishna helps me just a little bit.
So basically, give your best shot and leave the rest, right? And Krishna will help, right? Will help us we can say to provide what we lack and preserve what we have. Kind of, you made this 2 points, right? Is that fair? So now, quick question for all of you. Can someone tell some verses from Gita which fit in these 2 points? Hmm? Who knows? Okay, 1, 2, either one. Yes, Mishti has Boston Scholar.
No, Prabhuji. I know the second one on 9.22. Ananyaschintayanto mam yejana par. Wait, is that the right one?
I'll open up for. Yes, yes, correct.
Okay. Ananyaschintayanto mam yejana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham.
Excellent. So, Yesham Nityabhyuktanam Yogashimam Vahamyam. I preserve, you see, exactly. I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. Very nice. With the verse number. Excellent. And how about this one? Give your best shot and leave the rest on God or Krishna. Yes, Vinita, you have a verse, or you want to like, okay. How many of you know this verse? Karmanyavadhikaraste mafaleshu kadachana. Right? Does it fit in here? You have the right on the action, but you don't have the right on the result. That means just do your best and leave the rest. Right? Which verse is that? Karmanyavadhikaraste 247. That's 2.47 of the Bhagavad Gita. Let's see. Who wants to read? Ovi, you want to read this translation? Kabir? Okay, Ovi, yeah.
You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty.
Beautiful. Isn't that so apt here? Do your best, whether you have an exam, whether you have in like cooking, exam, don't be over anxious. Oh, how will I do? Some people get so anxious that they may not do their study. That's bad. And some people may get so attached, oh, I studied, but I didn't get the best grade. Never consider yourself as the cause. We did our best, leave the rest. Krishna is there, he'll provide the best. So, 247. May not be in the 108 list, but I think we have discussed at some point. Yes, now Vedai's turn and then Vinita's turn. Those who want to share in other points in this list can raise your hand. How Gita helped you, right? How Gita, we'll change this to basically how Gita impacted, helped me as an individual, right? Yes.
So I learned the importance of offering food to Krishna, because he says that whatever you don't, like people who don't offer food are basically eating sin. And so before we used to pray before we ate. But after we started reading the Gita and we came into like Krishna consciousness, we started offering whatever we eat.
Okay. So can we say Gita, like if I kind of paraphrase what you are saying, Gita gives knowledge, right, on how to lead life properly. And that's a very big thing. But in that specific thing, you shared how to honor prasadam, right? Offer to Krishna and then take remnants. Is that fair? Did I say it rightly? You learned knowledge, which is very important. It's like a manual, right? The manual teaches us how to live properly. And in that manual, there are multiple things, but with the specific point was how to honor prasadam or food. Now, where does it tell? Which verse is that? Who knows the answer? Yes. Vinita?
3.13.
3.13. Excellent. Any other verse can someone think of? Okay, 3.13. Let's hear from Vinita.
Yagyasistashinashanto muchyante sarvakilvishai bhunjante te tvagam papa ye pachanti atmakaranat.
Beautiful. Who knows the translation of this verse? 3.13 of Bhagavad Gita. Raise your hand if you know the translation. Yes, Navya?
It's basically saying that if you eat anything other than prasadam, you're eating only sin.
Yeah, it's beautiful. If you don't offer to Krishna and eat, that's basically sinful. Thank you. And any other words you can think of about honoring prasadam? Yes, Beyonto.
Maybe 9.28.
9:28 or 27, I think. What's 28?
I thought it was 28.
Yat karoshi lashnasi yajjuhosi. Is it referring to that one?
Then 9.27.
Are you referring to which verse? Please recite. Do you know that verse?
No.
It's this one is, I think, fits well. Yad ashnasi, whatever you honor, right? Who knows that 9:27? Does it fit in here? How many of you agree it fits? Okay, Vedi, what's the verse? Vedi?
Sorry, I don't know what happened. My mic. It's 9.27 is good. Oh goodness.
Yad karoshi.
Yad karosi yadasnasi yad johosi dadasi yad tapasyasi konteya tat kurushva madarpanam.
Wonderful. Who knows the translation? Stereo? You know this?
I think it's whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, whatever activities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Excellent. So Beyonto's point is covered, Vedi's point is covered. Avani is not feeling well, so she wrote. That's fine. I hope she'll feel better soon. So Avani's point is everything is temporary, so I should not be attached. So we can say I means all of us, right? So now, how many of you felt this point is meaningful, right? Right? Isn't it meaningful? Now we may get attached to things or temporary, temporary setbacks, right? Right? Give example of temporary things which we feel sad about, right? Anyone feel sad about anything in life? Just temporary? We all do, right? Vanita, anything coming in your mind?
Well, actually, a couple weeks ago, our school put on this like production, like this show,
Okay.
and I was in it. And so after the last show, like we all sort of like cried, like because we were like the seniors, all like the upperclassmen, we all cried because this was going to be like our last show. So that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. When you come to my age, you'll have a hard time remembering their names only. Right? Oh, who are my classmates in the seniors? Right? But yeah, at that time it feels, but yeah, Gita teaches us. That doesn't mean that we don't build good relationships. We should, good friendships, etc. Ovi, do you want to say something? You're unmuted. Okay, raise your hand if you have a point. Yes, Bjorn.
I was gonna go for an example, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was like crying on the last day of school.
Last day of school, yeah. Now we said bad grades. Okay, right? I mean, we may get bad grade and we may feel that's like forever, right? But I don't even recall how many marks I got in my 10th grade, 12th grade. At that time, it feels so important as if the whole world, this is the most important thing. Parents also make it feel, right? But then life moves on. Okay, good points. Verse, think of where in Gita we learn this. Where does it say it's temporary? Or, right? We should not be attached to mundane things. That's what Avani's point is. So Bionto is our AI expert, is Googling very hard in AI, right?
I'm not Googling anymore.
You're not Googling? Okay, good.
No, not now.
Okay, who's gonna share? It comes in multiple ways. We can connect multiple verses to the, right? Even if you share English, it's fine, but it should be some connection from that verse. Right? Think of the body itself, right? Body is temporary, soul is eternal, right? The body changes clothes, right? Like the body changes, the soul changes body, sorry. And as the person changes clothes, vansansi jirnani yatha vihaya, right? Think of dukhalayam shashvatam, right? Hmm? Okay, so now I gave you some hints and some thoughts to think about in this direction. So now who all can share a few verses? The things of this world are temporary. Even the higher tastes, the things derived from sense pleasure are temporary. There is no real happiness. Yehi sansparsha jab hoga. Hmm? Okay. Now who all know at least what? At least you can connect 10 verses from Gita or more. Now how many of you know at least one verse? Yes, Vedi, then Beyonce.
For the body being temporary, I think it's like 2.13.
2.13.
Dehinosmanyata dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuyati.
Very nice. As the embodied soul continually passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body and death. The sober person is not bewildered. So beautiful. Dhiras tatra namuyati. All of you are dhira, intelligent, sober. So a sober person, not bewildered. Okay. Now, who else has other points? Lakshay wrote that the soul changes from body just like we change clothes. Okay, wow. Lakshay's point is also covered in this actually, which is the next. Where is that? Vansansi Jirnani. This is the verse Lakshay mentioned. So beautiful. We'll add that also. Okay, who else has a point? How Gita helped you? How Gita helped me? Everyone felt it's important. So please share something. How Gita impacted your life. One thing which Gita emphasizes, and I feel it's very, very important, tolerate ups and downs. Gita teaches us to tolerate ups and downs, heat and cold, failure and success, right? Victory or defeat, right? Friend and enemy, right? How many of you feel that's shared in Gita? How many of you feel Gita helped us to learn this and to tolerate ups and downs? Is it mentioned in Gita somewhere? At least 15 verses Lord Krishna mentions to be tolerant or to become equipoised, right? Okay, who will tell some verse? Yes, Navya?
Mata Sparshas to Konteya.
Yes, which verse is that?
Um,
Who knows the number? Yes, Vinita?
2.14.
2.14? Okay. Matra sparshastu konteya shitoshana sukha dukkhada agama paino nityastam sutikshva svabharata. Kabir, you want to read the English right here?
O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and their disappearance in due course, are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense to precipitation, O extension of Bharat, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed.
Tolerate without being disturbed. Very, very important. One who tolerates is very dear to Krishna. Beautiful. So, and it comes in multiple verses, my dear friends. This theme of being equipoised, right, comes in multiple. Okay, what else? What else we learn from Gita, or what else Gita has helped, think of your personal life, right? We're not talking about just the ideas, we're talking like how practically Gita has helped you. Anyone else? Yes, Kabir?
So once my dad was listening to a Gita video, and so it mentioned you are your own friend, you are your own enemy. And after listening to that, I've realized to my memories that actually has kind of helped me in my life.
Beautiful. So, controlled mind is our friend.
Yes.
And uncontrolled mind
Is our own enemy.
is our enemy. So that we can say, yeah, we are our own friend or enemy, provided how our mind is, how we kind of tame our mind, right? How many of you know this verse from the Bhagavad Gita? Come on, 6th chapter. You can do it. Yes, Mishti.
6.7 Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmevatmana chitta anatmanastu shatrutve vartitatmeva shatruvat.
Beautiful. Actually, 6.6, that's what I was thinking. Okay, but close, very close. Okay. Lakshya, would you like to read? Who has not yet read anything? Lakshya, want to read the translation?
Which verse?
Here.
For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy.
Beautiful. And then let's do the second one. Jitatmana prashantasya paramatma samahitaha shitoshana sukha dukkeshu tata manapamana yoho. Isn't that very similar to shitoshana sukha dukkha? Matra sparshastu konteya. You see, as I was mentioning, Bhagavad mentions so many verses. For one who has conquered the mind, the super soul is already reached, for he has attained tranquility or equipoised, happiness, joy. Such a man, happiness and distress, heat or cold, honor or dishonor are all the same. Very similar to which verse? Which verse? Just now we covered 2.14, which now we have said. So Bandhuratma, Bandhu means friend, and Shatru means enemy. Controlled mind, friend. Uncontrolled mind, enemy. The Gita teaches us that we can be the best friend or we can be the worst enemy. So rather than saying, oh, he is my friend, she is my friend, he's my enemy. No, if the mind is controlled, then that person is always happy, always tranquil. So basically, we can say Gita teaches us how to be always happy, is it not? That's what we want. Can we say that? So Gita has the formula we just read. The person Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, right? How many of you know this? Na shochati na kanchati. Very, very beautiful verse. Let's continue here. What are the other points? 6.6 actually. What's that? Thinking of you. Any other ideas how Gita helped me? Does Gita talk about balance? Regulate your eating, regulate your TV, regulate your recreation, regulate eating, sleeping, actions, right, etc. Recreation. Yogo bhavati dukkha will be free from dukkha, free from what do you say? Dukkha is like sadness or difficulty. In short, we'll be happy. Does Gita teach us that? Does Gita also teach how to control mind? And we control mind, we become the best friend, right? Actually, it's in chapter 6, so I'll put it there next to it. So, how to control mind? How to control mind? What's the formula as per the Bhagavad Gita? Who knows the formula? Arjuna says, oh, my dear Lord, mind is very, very difficult. Chanchalam himana Krishna pramati balavadridam. Right? I cannot conquer. I can conquer the wind, but I can't control. But Krishna says in chapter 6, oh, my dear child, you can still do it. Here is the formula. May they share the formula with everyone?
It says that abhyas and vairagya,
Okay.
practice
Do
and
you know the full verse? Asanshayam mahabaho manah turnigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha griyate. 6.35. Okay, who is going to recite it? Now it's on the screen. Both these verses. So this is Arjuna's doubt, right? Arjuna asked question here, how to control mind, and then Lord Shri Krishna answers to Arjuna. Karina, you want to read the two verses? These two verses? 34.
Prabhuji, may I read the translation instead?
Okay. First, let's read the verses. Maybe Avinita, you read the verses, and then Karina will read the translation.
Hare Krishna. Chanchalam himana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. 6.35. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashamsyam Mahabaho Mano Dunigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena cha grihate.
Beautiful. Yes, Karina, please read both the translations.
The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong, O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind.
Lord Shri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is very possible by suitable practice and by detachment. Hare Krishna.
Suitable practice and detachment. It's possible. Yes, it's hard. Great things are hard, my dear friends. To let the mind run loose is very easy, right? But to do suitable practice and with detachment for to make it the best friend needs effort. Okay, back to regulation. Which verse? How many of you felt Gita teaches that and it was helpful? Which verse in Bhagavad Gita? Yes, Vedi? See, you're not practicing. Please practice verses. Gita Jayanti is coming. Offer that as a gift to the Lord. Okay? You already know partially many verses. Now you make a vow, Sankalpa. Okay? And on this Gita Jayanti, I will offer 50 verses, pristine, like fresh, packaged nicely, not like a chapaka, right? First class, right? When you make an offering, not it's like partially this, partially that, kachapaka somehow take it, right? Pack it nicely. You have time, filter, nourish, practice, right? Suitable practice. So do suitable practice. 50 verses, 75 verses, 100 verses. Set your goal. Don't get from what we already know. You have achieved certificate from Amog Leela Prabhu, from His Grace Visheshika Prabhu, from His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj. How many of you were present in one or more of those award ceremonies, right? You have that certificate, right? Remember, right? That you have that. Put it in front of you on your study table or somewhere that I need to hold it close, right? The senior Vaishnavas have given me this certificate, the Maharajas have given, and then try to get the next one, okay? And revise them in the next few weeks till the end of this year. I mean, you can do it always, but things come up. But so now we are revamping, we are refocusing on this. So which verse? Yes, Vedi, which verse? Please tell.
It's also from chapter 6, 6.15, somewhere around there. Yuktahara viharasya yuktachestasya karmasu yuktasvapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha.
Excellent. Let's see, it's 6.17, I think. 17, yeah. Close. Close. So, he who is regulating these habits of eating, sleeping, recreation can mitigate all material pains. Isn't that what we want? How many of you want to mitigate material pains? Right? All of us. Because no one wants suffering. Everyone wants joy and happiness. Okay, what else? How Gita helped me? Many of you have not shared your points yet. I want to hear. Nitiriel, Mishti, how Gita helped you?
It helped me like not be attached to like the fruits of work or like not be sad when I didn't get anything.
Okay. Like we covered this, like be tolerant or, right? Do your best, kind of, right? Okay, beautiful. Does Gita talk about how to speak properly? How many of you felt you learned that from the Gita? Basically, Gita tells us to bring out the best in us. How to eat properly, how to live properly, how to control our mind, how to control our senses, how to control our speech, austerity of speech, austerity of body, right? Austerity of mind, body, mind, words. Teaches, the word austerity may seem a little bit tough for some, teaches self-discipline. There are many self-help books, but the original self-help book is Bhagavad Gita. right? Self-discipline, how to, with body, mind, words, etc. Senses. Senses are very strong. They run, right? Very, very fast. Where does it, anyone recalls where these teachings are shared? Yes, Vionto?
I was going to share a point.
Okay, we'll come to that. So let's cover, how many of you felt that these few ideas you learned from Gita about self-discipline, about speaking properly or controlling body, controlling mind? How many of you felt, okay, Navya, Lakshay, okay. So where does it teach? Austerity of speech, my dear friends, one of my favorite verses. Yes, Navneeta.
I actually don't know the verse, but I know that it's in the 17th chapter and it talks about speech being like truthful, full, and beneficial.
My other scholar is sick today, but she's typing in the verses. Avni, good job. Yes. Who knows the verse now? The verse is there, 17:15. Okay, Mishti.
अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत् स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनं चैव वाङ्मयं तपोच्यते.
Beautiful. And very right next to those verses are the austerity or the self-discipline of the senses, body, and mind also. Be charitable, austere, etc. Okay. What else? Yes, Bionto has a new point.
Wait, so would this fall on teaches self-discipline? I don't know, like to control or manage your anger?
Yeah, manage anger. Beautiful. Gita teaches manage anger. Excellent point. Self-discipline, yes, part of it. So, but there are many, many beautiful verses about anger. At least 10 verses, Lord Krishna talks about how anger is so deadly. Right? What is the root of anger? How anger leads to destruction. Pranashyati. Are you connecting those verses? Right? It destroys everything. Right? And what's the source? Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa. Right? And the three deadly enemies, the royal gates to hell. Who knows that? Yes, Bionto, you know that? Please tell.
Lust, greed, and anger.
Excellent. Lust, greed, and anger. So it teaches us basically manage, or we can say control also. Lust, greed, and anger. And Navya, what's that verse?
I was going to say on the other one, Pralad Bhakti Samoha. And that
Okay.
one is, I think, Trividam Narka Sedam, that one. I don't remember the full verse.
Vividam narakassedvam dvaram nashnam atmana kama krodha tatha lobhas tasmadetam trayam tajet. Yajet. 1621. There are three gates leading to hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give up. And the other one, which we were doing, was 2.62 and 63, right? Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa. Where these two verses? I think most of you know that. Raise your hand if you know these two verses. Very, very important verses. Good. From anger, delusion arises. From delusion, bewilderment of memory. Memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and once is lost, one falls down. So, my dear friends, Bhagavad Gita teaches us so much. 1621, three gates to hell. 2.62, 63, the source of anger. What else? Anything else? Is it helpful? Is it making sense? Are you liking this kind of? It's helping to revise verses also, and it's helping to understand the key points and how we can apply and what we are learning in our lives. What else? Bhagavad Gita teaches us very, very important thing, my dear friends. You're not, please think more. Think. So many verses are there. The importance of Guru. How to approach Guru, right? Does it not teach us that? And it's been so relevant in our lives. Why the Guru is so important, and how to approach Guru, how to approach him, and how to ask him questions. Does it not, Bhagavad Gita, tell us that? So the importance of Guru. Arjuna was confused, was in the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was confused, right? So Bhagavad Gita also gives clarity, right? In doubts or indecisions, perplexities, dilemmas. Was he not confused, right? In chapter 1. But at the end he says, Nashtamoha smritir labdha. Basically, he was clear, focused in chapter 18, the last chapter. And why? Because he took shelter of Guru. In 2 point, which verse he took shelter of Guru? Very important verse. Importance of Guru. Take shelter of Guru. I think I'll send a message. Okay, good. Good job. 2.7. Yes, 2.7 is the verse. Who knows that? So like that, my dear friends, play with Gita. Play with Gita. Engage with Gita. Right? Is it not fun? Right? Play with your friends. Play with your parents. And then, we can do this more. So it leads to, it provokes us to think. Right? 2.7. You can take some help. Right? It is okay. Just to make sure, like double check. But first make yourself think what you have already learned. Okay, yes, who knows 2.7? Yes, Vinita.
Karpanyadoshopahatah svabhava prichhami tvam dharm samudacheta yakshayasha nishtitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam.
Excellent. Who has not read yet wants to read? Yonto, please read this translation.
Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple, and the soul is surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
Very nice. This was the turning point of Gita. When in doubt, reach out, right? Arjuna was in doubt, so Gita teaches us that one must reach out, okay, to the superiors, teachers, parents, Guru primarily. And then one should ask questions submissively. Who knows the verse? 4.34. Yes. 434. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya ubdekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Navya, you want to read this translation?
Yes, Prabhuji. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render services unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth.
Hare Krishna. Beautiful. So, render service and ask in a submissive way, question, inquire submissively, and render service. So, 434. How to approach Guru. Submissive inquiry. And render service. 434. We can go on and on, right? This is so beautiful. But I hope this was meaningful, right? So the idea is there are many, many points. So discuss with your friends, discuss with your family. What do you like from Gita? Ask them that question, right? Why you like this from Gita? Where did you learn this in the Gita, right? Which verse closely relates to the teaching? There are many, many. I mean, it's not a full list. There are hundreds and hundreds of points we can cover, right? And everyone has a different experience also. Everyone has different learning. Something like someone likes, a particular chapter, a particular verse. Someone resonates closely with another verse, right? So takeaway for today, anything struck you? Any comments, reflections before we kind of wrap up? Anything struck you? Any reflections, questions, complaints? Atar, I didn't hear you. Are you there still? How was your soccer match? How many of you play soccer? I think the boys play soccer here, right? Lakshya plays, Ansh plays, Atar plays, right? Lakshya, you play soccer? No. How many you play? What do you play? Volleyball? What sport the girls play? Basketball? Volleyball?
Basketball. Look.
Basketball? Tennis? Who are all tennis players here? Okay, tennis. I have a few tennis players. Oh, and what's that? Pickleball? How many of you are pickleball? No? No, yeah. Swimming? How about when you like swimming? Some of you? Okay, good. Dancing? Who are all dancers here? Many of you, right? I know. Awesome. That's great. That's Yuktahara Viharasya, Bhagavad Gita. So, my dear friends, this time is to realign our verses, right? So, set your goal, right? Revise what you have, preserve what you have, and add what you lack, right? So, preserve it nicely. By suitable practice. Remember, Krishna tells. So suitable practice, that means set up 10 minutes in your day, 15 minutes in your day. Revise them, right? And try to memorize more verses, okay? Will everyone do it? Okay, so 25, 50, then 75, then 108. So set your goal and work towards it. And I'll also do the same. And we'll all inspire each other to memorize Bhagavad Gita and offer that gift on the Gita Jayanti at the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. How many of you want to offer that gift? Raise your hand on Gita Jayanti to Lord Krishna. Gita Jayanti is also the birthday of Gita, we can say, right? Gita means on different. So you can offer Bhagavad Gita to Bhagavad Gita. That means Krishna. That's a beauty. It's all transcendental. So, okay, so all please try, and you have used to get stuck, take help from parents, teachers. I'm there, friends are there, but keep practicing. You're all very intelligent. Just give suitable practice and time. It will become very easy. Kabir, you also try. I know you joined last few sessions, but make a goal. Start with baby steps. First 5 verses, okay? Memorize the 5. When you get to the 5, go to the next 5, right? Take baby steps. Don't worry, oh, how will I get to 100 verses? No. First go baby steps, 5 at a time, or even 2 at a time, or even 1 at a time. That's fine. As long as we're moving in the right direction, that's great. Okay? So thank you so much. We all pray that we can memorize more verses and apply in our lives and continue to inspire each other. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha, kripasindubhya evacha, Pranam Bhavnebhyo Vishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.